Good afternoon. This is Woody Collins. I'm with Congo Helping Hands, and this is another episode of Talking About the Congo. We have a couple subjects we want to talk about today. And first, I want to answer a question that one of the listeners put in on the comment section of the YouTube channel, and they wanted to know what was the health zones that and the location of the two COVID uh, cases, positive cases. Yeah. The one that most recently is in Katangwa, which is about 20 kilometers from Chikapa, and it's in the health zone of Chikapa. I've been to Katangwa before, and there's a village out there. It's on the route from uh, from from the Angolan border, going to the Angolan border, but it's right around Kinshasa. Chikapa. So it's very close to Chikapa. The other one that I haven't got the official response from, and I need to check with someone in the Kasai Central province, because that one is located in that province. And the initial response I got it was in Belanga, which is also near Chikapa. So in Chikapa, it seems to be the emerging hotspot for two new cases, uh, even though Belanga is part of Kasai Central, is very near Chikapa, but it's not a part of Chikapa. So I try to get some more information on that, but just wanted to pass that on to the person who was asking about that. So that's to say, if you have any questions or follow-ups that you want to drop them into Facebook or the YouTube channels. Now we're on both my personal YouTube channel and also Congo Helping Hands YouTube channel. So please drop those in, and I'll get the answer to them probably within a day or so. First topic that we want to talk about today is churches and what churches have been doing during this COVID uh, pandemic in Congo, of course. I've been more concerned about, and maybe you've been, your churches and what your church is doing. My typical Sunday morning is listening to my different churches that I visit, and also my home church, listening to the recorded live services that they're doing for the people who do not want to attend service in person, or if they're prohibited from doing them in person. So and I just thought of it today, and I'm going, wow, what is the people in the Congo doing? Because uh, I hope that they have moved some radios services into the churches, because the churches have not been allowed to meet. They won't be allowed to meet until August 15th. So that's almost another 2 weeks from now. Schools will start tomorrow, and bars and businesses and banks and all that stuff open up July 22nd. But churches will not be allowed to meet again until August 15th. So that's, like I say, is coming up, and I was just wondering what they've been doing. So I'm gonna have to get some information on that. It made me think about, I've been so concerned about what's going on in my personal life that I had not talked to any of the pastors to find out how they are coping and getting the word out and keeping with their congregations. I know some of the churches are having problems uh, because they don't have electronic payment systems or anything like that. So therefore, people are not coming to church. Donations are not being made, and so therefore, things are getting very tight for the pastors and so forth. So I'll get some more information on that tomorrow because I'm on, yeah, maybe tomorrow, at least next week, because I have to contact some pastors about some projects that was provided for with our churches over here. So the next thing I want to talk about was last night I was listening in on the conversation that the Peace Corps volunteers, the retired Peace Corps volunteers, uh, the Peace Corps left um, either in 91 or 97. They wasn't sure because a couple of people asked, when did we leave? When did the Peace Corps leave Congo? It was definitely before my time, but I have to try to find that answer out also. But they were different by the different age groups of when they served. They were meeting and talking about some of the things. So they had contacted the ambassador, Ambassador Mike Hammer, who's the recent. He's been there maybe about 2 years now. He's the new ambassador, U.S. ambassador to the Congo. And he started off his presentation talking about the new partnership. It's a bilateral partnership between the United States and Congo, and it's called the Privileged Partnership for Peace and Prosperity, PPPP, 4Ps or whatever it may be. And it's about a $600 million program over 3 years. So that's about $200 million a year. So it's not a big program. But some of the aims of it is helping the new president, Tshisekedi, to stop the corruption that's in the country. I just read something today that he was having his inspector general trace down some funds to stamp out corruption. So that's been a big problem in the Congo of corruption and stealing of government funds that's intended to help the country and aid the people. The second tenet is helping stability, and that's peace. They need stability and peace to allow corporations, allow people to come in and go into the areas. That also affected the Ebola crisis that was happening in Eastern Congo over the last 2 years. It took them so long because there was no uh, peace there, and there was continual fighting. And so, I mean, attacking not only the people but also the healthcare workers. And that's still going on today, even though the Ebola has been done. But at least once a week, I read about somebody has been killed by soldiers innocently in between. The third point that he wanted to talk about was the fourth point of the PPPP is health and human rights. Health, they want to continue to support health because without health, you can't enjoy a prosperous life if you're sick, and many people are dying and so forth. So they want to continue to support the health initiatives that both outside agencies and internally that they're trying to do. And the last one is investments. He did talk about one of the big investments so far to date that even came up during one of the questions was with electricity. General Electric has a big investment program where they're going to come in and do something with electricity. He wasn't sure of what General Electric was going to do, but since they're into the electricity and making turbines and stuff like that, it's probably to rehabilitate some of the turbines that's going bad within the country. I even know, like in Kananga, at one of the hospitals, the turbines, there was 3 turbines out there. 2 of them went bad already, and so they're on the last turbine. If that goes out, there will be no electricity for the hospital, and hopefully that project is going to be completed soon through private funds of the church and some other investors. I mean, not investors, but organizations that's going to provide for that. But also in Kisangani, I saw a report in Kisangani, which is also one of the second or third largest cities in in Congo. They were on their last turbine. So I think General Electric, and I'm just purely guessing at this point in time, but I will try to get some more information on it, that they are trying to come over and do investments in to help the people because they know electricity is so fundamental to uh, other companies coming in. Nobody's going to come in if they got to buy expensive fuels to run their own generators, and there is no such thing as a grid. So, we're going to have solar electricity, and the solar electricity is so battery intensive. If you're going to run an operation, uh, you're going to need a big power grid to do that. So at this point, those were the four areas: trying to stop corruption, improve the stability of the country, improving health, and encouraging more investments in the country. So the ambassador, he was on for probably maybe close to an hour. He answered different questions from the former, retired Peace Corps volunteers, and he really thanked them for their service because he says without their service, things could be a lot worse. And he said that while he was out and about, a lot of people always ask him, Congolese, is when the Peace Corps is coming back because they did was living among the people and they were providing that face-to-face contact. So that's what I have for this Sunday. And as we say in in Congo, bon dimanche. So happy Sunday to you. Hope your day is going well and will continue to go well, and that you prepare for another productive and safe week. And we will see you tomorrow at 3 o'clock. I ask you also, if you're enjoying this, please subscribe uh, to uh, the our Congo Helping Hands page that we'll be publishing this to every day at 3 o'clock. And also, you can go to our YouTube pages and subscribe to that, and you will get notice that we're getting ready to post a new uh, live stream, and also you'll have access to that live stream a lot better than on Facebook. You may have to hunt for it on Facebook because there's other posts that's in front of it, but you should be able to find it. And finally, if you have any questions, please reach out to me on any one of those outlets and just drop in a question because I read the comments and I will get back with you either on the page or announce it on another video. So take care, uh, be blessed, and be safe.